Hi, my name is Jill Turley, and I'm a National Nutrition Advisor for the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. Today we are talking about competitive foods and beverages. The USDA has released their guidelines for snacks and beverages sold in schools. These guidelines will cover vending machines, snack carts, school stores, and a la carte lines, and will go into effect for the 2014-15 school year. So what's your next step now that the guidelines are out? In 2006, the Alliance for a Healthier Generation developed competitive food and beverage guidelines as part of its Healthy Schools program, supported by voluntary industry agreements involving nearly 100 companies. As a result, we have tools and resources to help you get started today. There are some key things schools across the country can work on now so the transition to the new federal guidelines is seamless, and we are here to help. Schools that have already been successful making changes to the snacks and beverages they sell report that it took time as they made incremental changes in their buildings. During the upcoming school year, begin making some changes so your school is ahead of the curve when the guidelines go into effect. Over the next few minutes, we will discuss some concrete steps you can take as you begin to organize the efforts in your school building to successfully make changes to the snacks and beverages being sold on your campus. First, organize yourself. Before you can determine what products you need that will meet the new standards, it is important to know what you currently have. And before you begin to take inventory of your current products, you must first know where in your building snacks and beverages are being sold. Identify not only where in your school you currently have those products, but also who is responsible for that location. Does the cafeteria manager or district school food service department manage a la carte items sold during school meals? Is the district business office responsible for vending machine contracts? Does the student council run the school store or snack cart? Learning about each of your venues will help you with the next two steps, getting others involved to build consensus and knowing your products. You will identify where you need to begin inventorying your current snacks and beverages, as well as others you may need to convene to discuss the new standards and build support for your efforts. As you assess your venues, you want to answer the following questions. Where are snacks and beverages sold to students in my school? And which staff members or student or parent groups oversees each of these locations? Once you have identified who is responsible for the areas in which snacks and beverages are being sold in your school, it is time to educate them. This will help build consensus and support for your efforts as you embark on making changes in your building. Before you bring the responsible groups together, talk with your administrator. Set up a meeting and talk with them about the guidelines and ask how they can show their support through this process. Next, set up a meeting with the groups who are responsible for the snacks and beverages sold in your school, and don't forget to invite your administrator. As a group, develop a plan for moving forward. By bringing people together, educating them about the guidelines, and developing a plan together, you are building consensus and support for making changes to the snacks and beverages in your school. The next step is to start looking at the products in your building. Take inventory of the products in each of your venues and note the relevant nutrition information so you can compare. Would you like to start making changes to the snacks and beverages in your school, but you're not sure where to begin? Start by identifying the products with a nutrient profile far outside the new guidelines. Consider looking at alternates to these products first. Don't forget to ask for help from the groups responsible for each of your venues. Ask the group if they can help with inventorying products. This might also be a good project in which to get students involved. Is there a classroom teacher you can partner with? Students can help inventory products as they learn about reading food labels, for example. This also helps them understand that they will be seeing changes in the snacks and beverages in their school, and they feel like they have a part in that process. Find out whom in your school or district deals with the vendors and actual contracts, and educate them about the new guidelines for snacks and beverages sold in schools. Share with them an overview of the guidelines and ask them to help you identify contracts that may need amending based on the results of the product inventory you completed. Identify the vendors who need to be contacted. Ask if you may contact the vendors to discuss changes to the products, or if the school or district representative would like to work with you as you look at making changes. Now that you have educated your school community on the guidelines and engaged the appropriate people in the district or business office, it is time to begin talking with vendors. Divide the vendors amongst your school wellness council to maximize your efforts. Consider sending a letter to each of your vendors prior to contacting them that outlines why you are changing the snacks and beverages in your school and the guidelines you will be following. This ensures you have something to refer to and that consistent messaging is going to all of your vendors. When working with vendors, there are some key things to remember. Ensure they are aware of the nutrition guidelines being implemented. Ask for a list of products that meet the new guidelines. Develop a plan with them for finding replacement products. And finally, request samples and conduct taste tests with students. Try combining your efforts. Ask surrounding schools and districts about the changes they are making. Learn how they work with their vendors and if there is a possibility of combining efforts. Do you have shared vendors? If not, is it a possibility to form a co-op and use common vendors? Try to combine purchasing power to help drive demand and increase volume. Volume increases could help with the cost of the healthier snacks and beverages you are looking to bring into your school. Don't be afraid to reach out to others in your surrounding area. They may be a huge resource and asset to your efforts. Communication is possibly the most important step to successfully making changes to the snacks and beverages in your school. As discussed in previous steps, it is important to communicate the why to students and school staff responsible for each venue, but it is also important to keep them updated with progress along the way as you move toward making change. Let them know how your conversations with vendors have gone. Share with them the products you have looked at, and even better, share samples if you have them. Share plans with all students, staff, and parents, and encourage them to give their opinions. Spread the word and do not be afraid to ask for and consider input from your school's staff and students. Their feedback is important for success and can help speed up implementation and enforce policy. Communicating with your school community along the way will make change easier and possibly even exciting, as they have been hearing about the changes throughout this process. Use newsletters, email blasts, posters, and surveys to communicate with your school and get their feedback along the way. The next step focuses on promotion. Early communication is the beginning of your promotional campaign for the new healthy changes to the snacks and beverages in your school. Now it's time to promote. Promote the new products and create buzz around your efforts to increase excitement amongst students. When they are excited about the changes, they are more likely to accept and purchase the new healthy choices in the school building. What are some ways in which you can promote new products? Highlight the new product to students, staff, and parents. Feature a new product each day during the week to launch your new snacks and beverages. Have a contest. When your vendor stocks a vending machine, place a sticker on a random product in the machine. The student who finds the sticker wins a great prize. Use limited time offers at your school store or in the a la carte line to encourage students to try new products. This is also a great way to improve the product mix along the way. A limited time offer may be a huge hit with students. Use that item to replace a product that may not be selling. And finally, engage the students. Students are great catalysts for change. They can help identify current products in your building. Through student-led activities or student leadership groups, they can help spread the word about the importance of healthy options and why changes are being made. They can conduct surveys with their peers to find out what items students might like to see. They can help identify new product possibilities, and they can not only participate in, but also help conduct taste tests. They can also help with promotion by running contests and helping with your marketing efforts as new products are launched. For example, to launch your new snacks and beverages, have students conduct a social marketing campaign to promote the benefits of healthier options in your school. Involve students in the process wherever you can and consider their opinions and feedback. When they are part of the decision-making process, they are much more likely to embrace the changes. The Alliance has tools and resources you can use to begin taking stock and making changes to the snacks and beverages in your school. The Healthy Schools program can help you get ahead of the curve and be ready for implementation. Visit our Smart Snacks website for resources you can use today to get started on these steps. In addition, please reach out to me with questions anytime. I am here to help with implementation as you make over the snacks and beverages sold in your school. Thank you for your time today.